G'day fellas, and welcome to the public update preview review. These changes are going to be going live, or not going live rather, but they're going to be accessible from the 17th of January. For me, it's currently the 15th of January, so only 2 days for me. You guys will be a little bit behind. If that's a joke, guys, I'm talking about time zones, don't worry. Anyway, we're going to be reviewing the Abbasid notes, and we're going to be taking a look at everything that they've done with the Abbasid, just because, well, it's going to get pretty crazy in here. So let's read what they said. We'll start by going through the entire notes, and then from there, I'll be dissecting each of the changes and really trying to analyze exactly how good it is. We wanted the initial wing choice of the House of Wisdom to align more closely with high-level strategies. Military wing for rushing, culture wing for teching, and trade and economic wings for booming. These changes are aimed at increasing the diversity of playstyles available to the Abbasid civilization. House of Wisdom landmark. This building is now a home market destination that can be traded with. Trade wing. Spawns 3 traders once construction is complete. Military wing. Spawns units based on the age you complete this wing. 1 archer and 2 spearmen in feudal, 2 camel riders in castle, 3 hand cannoneers in imperial. Camel rider shields moved to the stable. Composite bows moved to this wing in the castle age. Well, that's quite good, actually. Cost reduced from 700 gold, 300 wood to 350 gold, 150 wood. Economic wing. Added fertile crescent technology. Cost 25 food, 75 gold. Reduces wood and stone cost of economic buildings and houses by 25%. Moved fresh foodstuffs to town center. Fresh foodstuffs villager cost bonus reduced from 50% to 35%. Hold on. Okay. Culture wing. Preservation of knowledge bonus reduced from 30% to 20%. Reduction now applies to age up. Oh my god. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Research time reduced from 60 to 30 seconds. Fixed a bug where Golden Age wasn't reducing research times properly. House of Wisdom now displays additional build menu in caster mode. Faith technology. Faith renamed to proselytization. Monk convert ability that unlocks with it has been renamed to proselytize. I'm calling it now. They renamed the ability of Faith because there is a new civilization coming that has a technology or something to do with faith, and they wanted to actually put it there. Maybe it's a new mechanic. I'm calling it out right now. I've got no inside knowledge, but I'm telling you, dude, you don't just go renaming technologies because it suits you. Let's just put it that way. Actually, I should take that back. You just don't go renaming technologies because you can. You got to do it because you have to. New civ incoming, ladies and gentlemen. It is announced it's going to be a religious civ. They're going to have a faith mechanic. Could be the Portuguese. Could be the Spanish. Could be both of them. Could be... See, it's not going to be Korea. It's not going to be... Can't be Korea. Can't be Japan. Oh, Japan. Nah. Oh, maybe. Taoism. Is it Taoism or Shintoism? I don't know. I played too much Civ. I can't remember. Anyway, there you go. I'll let that one ruminate. I think it's ruminate. I was going to say remunerate. I'm like, oh, hold on. I'm not paying anybody. Anyway, there you go. That's what the list looks like. Now let's get into it. Okay, we're going to take this change by change. So the building is now a home market destination that can be traded with. I don't think this actually means it's a market. So you're not going to be able to trade your food and gold in here like, oh, I've got bad macro, click, 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 click. No, that's not the case. It is just a home market destination that can be traded with. I would assume the same way that a dock can be traded with. So that's the first point. Now, how good is this of a bonus? Let's just dissect this a little bit. We got the Abbasid dynasty up right now. Now, let's say that we're playing... Now, to be fair, this is actually quite a good bonus on maps that have bad trade. Okay? So if we take a look at this map right here, let's just maybe allow cheats and all this, just in case we do decide to do it. So, in a perfect world, you want your trading post to be in the corner of the map, because that's going to increase the efficiency of that trading post. So ideally, you want your trading post to be here, which is the neutral trading post. That means anybody can trade with it. And you want your market to be in the corner of the map along here. Now, obviously, if you wanted to go maximum greed, you'd put it here, but running your trade from here to there, not the most smart, not the most high IQ move there has ever been. So normally we go for something like this, and then we look to trade along the back line, and then at the same time, we're walling off our trade like that, so it's nice and defensive. But the problem is, on some maps, when your trading post spawns, the neutral trading post, it can spawn here, or it can spawn here. And Dry Arabia is one of those maps that does that. And the consequence of that is that it means that the best market that you're going to get that's kind of safe is a market that's like here, or here, whichever one's further. But the problem with that is, even though it's safe, the return that you're getting for your trade is pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. It's less than a villager. It would be like 54 gold would be like that kind of trade. So it's just not worth it. Now, there are other alternatives. You can look to trade to your opponent's corner. Would be very, very ballsy for you to do that, but it is possible. But it's just not worth it. It's just, whenever you've got trade like that, just don't even bother trading. And that's kind of why, for me, this is a bit of a head scratcher of a decision. Not a head scratcher of a decision, but so here we have two trading posts that are just like the worst possible positions ever. They're literally in the middle of the map. So we're just going to restart the game. We'll take a look and see if we can get some trading posts that aren't that terrible. But there is a world where this might be viable, but I just don't think that's a world that we exist in. It's a parallel universe somewhere else. Next one. So here's another example. So, you know, we could put our military, or our House of Wisdom down. We'll put it down behind the town center because that's normally where you put it. And now this is acting as the market home base, right? The problem is this is such a better position, right? Like, if you were to compare the pair, let's get Inner Jiffy going. Let's move one villager up here, and we'll drop a market right next to. We'll even go the trade wing. So we'll drop a market right there, just to emulate. And we can actually test and see the reason why this wouldn't really, like, it works for now. Like, I guess the point I'm trying to make is that it's not efficient to be using it in the long term. In the short term, maybe it works, but in the long term, it doesn't. So just remember, this is not optimal trade because it's not in the corner, but it's still not bad. Like, I'm going to suspect that my trade from here is going to be about 90 gold. Let's see what we get. Now we want to go like that. So it should be about maybe a little bit more, maybe like 96, something like that. 110. So not bad. 110 gold there. The problem is this trade is going to be much worse than that. So I'm gonna go for about like 63. Let's try that. 63. Okay. As you can see, this is not the best trade that there is. This is 33 trade. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? Like, you wouldn't think the difference between this market and this market would be that big, but it really is. It's 33 versus 110. It's literally more than 3 times more gold. Now, obviously, you got to run a little bit longer, but you get the point, don't you? So I don't really think this is like, it's definitely not viable in the long term. And to me, I don't really see this as a bonus at all. If anything, this is a bit of a noob trap, because if people do this and they make their, okay, here we go. This is actually this is a good one. This is about the best spawn you could get if you were going to do it. So you would drop your House of Wisdom wherever it is that you drop it. And the idea is that you're not going to be using this as your home market. Instead, you're just going to be using it because the traders are going to spawn very, very close to the destination that they need to go. Or an economic wing. It's a force of habit. Apologies. Yeah, that'll do. Cool. So here, basically, what would happen is we'd go for the trade wing, and then we'd start immediately sending our traders down to this corner, towards this trade post. And then once our traders arrive, so we've got 3 traders, because that's what we get, right? We get spawns 3 traders once construction is completed with the trade wing. So the traders would arrive. Let's get a house down as well. Let's get 7 houses down. Not really, 4. That'll do. So our traders are on the way down. And see, this is like a reasonable distance as well, because we need 20 seconds to build our market. Remember, the market's always going to take 20 seconds, and we want to get it in the opposite corner of the map. But this is almost max. This is almost max length. This is 178 gold that's going to be coming in. So all we're going to do is set our home market here, and these guys are going to do their trade. 176 gold. There you go. So that's actually a pretty decent one. And once again, you don't use this as the home market though, right? Like this change for me is just for me this is not a change at all that really is going to matter. I guess the alternative would be if you spawned on the opposite side. So if this trading post. Okay, hold on. Maybe I can find a way. God, this is going to be a long video. We're 10 minutes through this video. We're at the first point. But that's how big these Abbasid changes are. I just want to establish that. These are huge changes for the Abbasid dynasty. May change the way that the game is played forever with this civilization. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it. But basically, my theory is, right, if this spawned in the opposite corner over here, then technically we could just drop this here. But see, but then we don't have a market producing traders. Because it doesn't act as a market. It's just a home market destination that can be traded with. So you're going to need to make a market anyway if you want to keep trading. And you do want to keep trading because if you go for the trade wing, you're going to unlock access to trade technology, which is kind of good. Grand Bazaar. Traders and trade ships also return with a secondary resource. So you do want to do that. Anyway, so the trade wing now spawns 3 traders once construction is complete. I think this is pretty good. This is a big boost. And the main thing is we want to create a viable alternative to the economic wing because there isn't one that exists at the moment. And does this create a viable alternative to the current economic wing? Maybe? It would be weird though. You would have to play, you'd play one base military and you'd have to use the 3 traders to try and get you ahead. That's the only way I can see it. But remember, one of the things to note, actually, this is another point. Abbasid traders are cheaper. They're 33% cheaper. So you're not these aren't 120 resources per trader that you're getting. You're only getting 80 resources per trader here. So this is 240 resources. So it's not a lot. This is like the equivalent of 2 horsemen for the Abbasid dynasty. But it is 3 traders, and that's still very respectable. That's 540 gold, potentially, if you've got a max length spawn, which you should if you're going for trade wing. So if you're doing like Altai, then this will be very, very good. Especially if you can get an early age up. If you can get one of those 4-minute age ups in and get these traders out early, there could be some fast castle build orders where you go for trade wing into, I don't know, trade wing into something else. Maybe like trade wing into military wing, something like that. I don't even know, but like, because 3 traders is 540 gold. That's a lot. And they would be coming in right around as soon as you'd be aging up, because it'd be 90 seconds to walk across the map, or maybe even a little bit late. Oh, I don't know, actually. Anyway, but like this is good. I think we're going to just jump down to the economic wing, because I want to understand this a bit more, and then we'll get back to the military wing and the culture wing, because this is the standard, right? So what they've done is they've moved fresh foodstuffs to the town center. Fresh foodstuffs villages cost bonus reduced from 50% to 35%. So basically, this is a huge nerf. This is an absolutely massive nerf because instead of a villager now costing, so currently it costs 50 food and it goes down to 25 food. So from 50% to 35%, that's going to reduce it down what? 15? So it goes down by 8 now? Is that right? Surely that's not right. Hold on. Fresh foodstuffs villager cost bonus reduced, because it's not a bonus, it's a reduction. It reduces the cost of villagers by 50%, but it's a bonus in that it's a technology that gives a bonus to the civilization. So if it reduces the cost to produce villagers by 50%, and it's going down to 35 now, it's still a big impact. Hold on, I'm going to try my best to calculate. I'm going to fucking embarrass myself. I know it already. Do I want to go? I want to go like 1. This is going to be so hard, dude. I can't believe I'm doing this on YouTube, like with everybody just watching me right now. So if you got 50, hold on. Okay, go. Wait. Okay. So we've got 50 and let's divide that by 100. So now we've got 0.5 and now we times that by 35. And that's going to give us 17.5. And now we add that to the 25 and that gives us 42.5. But that's not, no, that's not right. That's not right. Because it's 30. Wait, do we just deduct that? Hold on. Minus 25. And then minus 50. So that's the cost. That's the new cost of our villager, 32.5. I got it in the end. Calm down. I already hear you writing a comment. Don't fucking do it. I got it in the end. So our new villager cost is 30. Is that right? That better be right. I don't know if that's right. I think that's right. Yeah, I think we're right. We're right. So our new villager cost is 32.5. But where I think all of you guys are like, you've totally missed the mark, is I don't think this is an exclusive technology to the economic wing anymore. That's my understanding. The same way that the bonus for archers, composite bows, is not unique to the military wing. The same way that for a camel, this is not unique to the military wing. That's my suspicion. That is my suspicion, because it says that it's been moved to the town center. So I don't think it gets unlocked when you enter the economic wing. Rather, I think it is just available for you from the feudal age. In which case, the power of the economic wing is significantly reduced. However, there is a new bonus, a new technology, which is going to be replacing fresh foodstuffs at the House of Wisdom. So here, fresh foodstuffs will no longer exist. It will be under the town center. Fertile Crescent, which costs 25 food and 75 gold. It reduces the wood and stone cost of economic buildings and houses by 25%. So what is an economic building? An economic building is a mill. It is a farm. No, it's not. It's not. That is just a building. It's a mill. It's a lumber camp. It's a mining camp. Is it a dock? It is a dock. It is a dock. It is obviously a town center. That's the elephant in the room. Is it a market? It's a market. It's not a blacksmith. Is it a mosque? No. Is it a madrasa? No, it's not. Is it a prayer hall of Uqba? No, it's not. Just wanted to double check that one. So the big thing here is that it would be reducing the cost of the town center by 25%. So it means that your town center would go from 400 wood down to 300 wood, and from 350 stone down to 275 stone. At least I think that should be. No, it's probably a bit more than that. 200 and... All right, we're doing it. Get it out. 350 divided by 100 times... Is it? Because it's 20%, right? That was meant to be times 80. Times 80? Times 80. 20%, right? No, 25%. My bad. So 350 divided by 100 times 75. So 262.5 stone. So basically they're saying they want you to play wide. They want you to make lots and lots of town centers, and that's the way that you're going to have your cheaper vills. Because everybody now gets the cheaper vills. So you can go military wing and get cheaper vills. You can go culture wing and get cheaper vills. You can go trade wing and get cheaper vills. Everybody gets cheaper vills. You get cheaper vills, you get cheaper vills, you get cheaper vills. What's different is going to be Fertile Crescent. So it's basically saying if you want to make town centers, go for the economic wing. If you want to trade, well, here's a good little start for you. But still, I would just say that, but still, this isn't big. But one of the things that this is tempo. This is where the trade wing. So overall, like the economic wing, it is nerfed, but the Abbasid dynasty is obviously nerfed with that, but it does receive compensation in the form of, see, the problem is that fresh foodstuffs also gets moved to the town center. But guess what? The town center, like fresh foodstuffs, at the moment it takes 30 seconds, but it takes 30 seconds because it's a technology available in the House of Wisdom in the feudal age. So, do we have any feudal age unique techs that are available to the Abbasid? Yes. Black barracks, phalanx, 1 minute. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. How long does composite bows take? Oh, it's 1:30. Oh my god. Oh, this could be bad for the Abbasid dynasty. 45 seconds on camel rider barding though. Okay. So my suspicion is that probably the cost will get reduced or stay the same. It's obviously not going to increase. There you go. That's Drongo's hot take. So the cost is probably going to be... Well, the cost will be the same. They didn't say they reduced the cost. So the cost is the same. Which means that you're still paying 51.25. and you're now also paying villages as well. So let's assume that it's 30 seconds, okay? We'll go for benefit of the doubt because they didn't say that they're going to change it. Benefit of the doubt, 30 seconds. How much do you lose? So 30 seconds equals 1.5 vils. And 1 vil, unupgraded, gathers 40 res per minute. Which means that you're losing 1.5 vil equals 60 res per min for the rest of the game. So this is a big investment because by 10 minutes, you've now lost 600 res gone. 10 minutes. Which is enough to put down a town center. So I suspect we might not even see people going for fresh foodstuffs super early. It might be that you see people, if they want to go for economic wing, they go into Fertile Crescent, get the second town center up, and then look for fresh foodstuffs a little bit further on. Because going from 50 food to 25 food is massive. But going from 50 food to 32.5 food? It's not that big. It's only 17 food. I mean, it's still a lot. But when you're talking about like putting yourself this far behind that early on, like, I don't think people are going to be researching fresh foodstuffs in the TC as soon as they age up to feudal. Like it's career suicide. It's career suicide. They can't do it. It's just crazy. I like this change though. This basically says, look, if you want to boom off with China, go for the economic wing. But then it's like, but at the same time, trade. So let's talk about the military wing. God, we've been 21 minutes into this and we're only looking at these. I apologize. Military wing. Spawns units based on the age you complete the wing. Now, I don't know when it says spawns units, I don't know if this is talking like it just gives them to you, like the Janissary Company technology or Vizier Point from the Ottomans, or whether it is based on something like the Khaganate Palace. And the Khaganate Palace does... It spawns the units and it gives them to you like every 90 seconds as an example. From the way that they make it sound, it just sounds like as soon as you age up, here's 1 archer and 2 spears. That's it. Like, congratulations, you aged up. There you go. Here's your archer and 2 spearmen in feudal. That's it. Military wing, done. And that's it. Right? Like, it doesn't really seem like... It doesn't seem like much. Now, obviously, you can put on pressure with this and, you know, the archer will be really good in niche circumstances. The spearman's going to be great against the French. But is it going to be making the difference if you're like, because they said that they're doing the military wing for rushing, but is 1 archer and 2 spearmen really going to make a difference when you're across the map rushing, quote unquote, your enemy? Probably not. I don't see this being viable at all. 2 camel riders in castle. This is starting to look a little bit better, a little bit healthier. These are expensive units. These are 240 res each, so that's 500 resources right there. But once again, I don't know if this is on a timer. If it's on a timer, this is legit. If it's not, then I'm not really interested in it. Like, basically like a military school. That's what I was thinking. Like, because like spawns units based on the age you complete this wing. So I was thinking like it's kind of like a pseudo military, or it's like a military school basically, depending on what age you finish it. But this is just, otherwise this is just very underwhelming. But then at the same time, the trade wing is just very underwhelming. But I guess this is on top of the text that you've already got. And I think that's probably what's important to remember, is that you've also got text to consider. So it says we've got boot camp, military wing, and also composite bows moved to this wing in the castle age. Composite bows is very big, right? Like that's 25% attack speed on your archers. Now it's only archers. It's not your crossbowmen. It's not your camel archers. It's just archers. It's minus 33% attack speed, or reload time rather. So that's a big tech. So there could be a possibility that we do see military wing come in the castle age and just a mass archer spam. What other techs do they have to buff up their archers? I mean, they've got phalanx on their spears, so they could just really look at going for like a big trash army. But then if you're going into trash, you don't want gold from your trade, so trade's kind of irrelevant. So maybe you go like economic wing together with military wing. But anyway, I think this is kind of underwhelming. Military wing's obviously very good though, from the fact that you now get combos in Castle Age, and I think that's going to be the highlight for it. So whether you go military wing in the feudal age, please don't, or whether you go it in the Castle Age, which you probably can do now and probably should do now, if you're planning on playing combos, which you probably will, because bows are very, very strong. That's a good change. Culture wing, preservation of knowledge bonus reduced from 30% to 20%, so it kind of sucks, but it now applies to age up costs, which is wild. So let's assume you get it in the feudal age. Let's say you go up, maybe you're playing on water, okay? You're playing on a water map, and you've got heaps and heaps of fish, and you're like, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to go culture wing, and we're going to get the preservation of knowledge straight away, which is going to take 30 seconds, by the way. So you need to get 30 seconds, and then I'm going to click up. So how much am I saving? Well, it doesn't tell us because we're... So 1,200 plus 600, so it's 1,800. Oh my god. What? Oh, I've got to press backspace? Oh, okay. It doesn't observe that. So 1,800 divided by 100 times 20. So 360 resources saved going to castle. And then for Imperial, how much is Imperial? It's like 2,400. Oh god. Nope, there we go. 2,400, 1,200, so 3,600. So 36 times 20. Oops, 36 times 20. So you're looking at 720 bonus res on the age up, which is big, but it's going to take time to pay off. And I think my argument for it is I would just rather have more resources through trade or through having more town centers than having cheaper techs. The culture wing works very well with food or with fishing, simply because you don't need to go into economic wing or trade. You've already got the fish economy there. So I think culture wing into the feudal age on water maps is definitely going to be a thing. Probably not into economic wing. Economic buildings. The keep doesn't count as an economic building, obviously, but like, let's just double check. Defensive. You never know. You never know. You know, you never know. I think military wing really becomes like the highlight, though. Like, it's definitely going to be culture wing into military wing on any kind of water maps. On land maps, trade wing. And once again, don't look at this as a bonus. This is not a bonus. This is a non-existent thing. Spawns 3 traders. Oh, by the way, for anybody saying, because I know that there's going to be that one guy who says it, Jongo, the solution to your problem is very easy. All you're going to do... I'll show you what he's going to say. I'll show you what he's going to say, because I already know his name. His name is Jason. Jason, don't do it. Stuart, I know you're thinking about it as well. Don't do it. Jongo, the solution to your problem is very simple. All you're going to do is you're going to put your House of Wisdom in the bottom corner. And then use that as the home market. Oh, wonderful. I hadn't thought about that, you know? And now the fact that I've got all of these buildings in my base that are not getting buffed up by my House of Wisdom because it's all the way down here. So it means now I'm missing out on my Golden Age, Tier 1. I'm missing out on 15% for all resources. And yeah, sure, I can build like a nice little line of non-stop houses all the way back over here. But it's quite a few houses, as you can see. You could definitely do it. And in fact, you could send a villager to go build the House of Wisdom, click the age up button, and then literally build all the houses in. And then by the time you're aged up, like, a house takes 15 seconds, right? If I don't kill this wolf... Okay, never mind. If a house takes 15 seconds... You know what? Let's see. Let's bring down the rest of these villas to assist in the slaughter of that wolf. Let's turn off in a jiffy. And let's say, okay, I'm going to go for House of Wisdom into 10 buildings. Let's just cancel all these. You stop, you stop, you stop. Stuart, I'm doing this for you. And Jason as well. Okay, so we start off the game. Abbasid Dynasty. We probably go onto a mill. We probably have a lumber camp. We probably have a mining camp over here. And we have a house. And our house is going to connect us. Let's say we do a really good house as well. That's going to be our house. All right, so we've got our 4 buildings here. And now we're going to maximize for efficiency the placement of our houses. So I'm going to hit my... What wing am I going to go with? Let's do... Oh, we're doing trade wing, right? Of course. So we've got 145, which means 7 houses we can put down. Okay, so we're going to go trade wing. 1 house. 2 houses. 3 houses. 4 houses. 5 houses. 6. 7. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we only need 6 houses. But that's going to be 7 houses there. 8. 9. Oh. And a Rax. Now, you're going to use all these houses. Don't get me wrong. The question is whether you need to. And you're investing in resources. And on top of that, now you're going to have to walk the entire distance to get to here. So what would have been easier is if we just put our House of Wisdom in the base, put a market down here, and then sent the traders to this corner and then just rallied them down to the market. So thank you, Stuart and Jason, for your suggestions. But once again, it's much of a muchness. So I still think this is pretty good for like tempo though, right? Like I wouldn't be surprised if we do see like people going, okay, check this. Trade wing. You open trade wing, the 3 traders come out, you drop the market, you get a full 540. Because remember, each trade, 180 gold per trip equals 540 gold per trip per 3x. It's going to take 90 seconds to get there. But you also need to walk to the market as well. Or walk to the trade post as well, which is the question mark. So plus question mark. But you can use this gold to go castle. It's going to be a slow castle. And then you somehow do military wing. Maybe the idea is that you go like a semi-fast castle with this gold. And then you play into... Because you get the camel riders. So camel riders are going to counter the cavalry. They're going to lose to spears. They're not armored. They only lose to spears. So you go archers. And you can move into combos. But then you don't... No, then you have the trade wing available. And camel riders are actually really good because they're fast. So maybe you defend the castle age trade with your camels. You go for like some sort of castle age trade and play heavily around the camels. Because the camels will kill all cavalry. That could work. Hold on. Okay.
يبدو جيدا. ماذا ننفذ أوامرك؟
1.62 movement speed. So they do lose to a horseman. Psych! 1.87 movement speed. They're slightly slower than a horseman. And they got good stats. They got really good stats. I'm calling it now. The future is trade. Trade into military wing. It's happening. It's happening right here. That's what you're going to see. I'm calling it now. It's been called. The new Abbasid meta is trade wing into military wing. Use the gold from the trade wing to get you up to the castle age. Defend against any cavalry with your camel riders. Move into a big mass of archers. Make sure you're constantly cleaning out any enemy raids on your trade line. with your camel riders. Use your cheaper traders to really boost your economy ahead as the Abbasid dynasty. Land traders are 33% cheaper. Also, take advantage of the trade bonuses that you get from the trade wing, including an extra 25% resources. It's a secondary one, and then you can go into armored caravans to further defend yourself, get an extra 5 armor on that bad boy. It's been called, ladies and gentlemen, trade wing and the military wing. I'll see you guys there. Thank you for watching. 35 minutes. It's a bit of a long video. I'm excited to see where the Abbasid goes, though. I'm looking forward to it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.